Former Lynn Haven city manager Vickie Gainer has filed a lawsuit against the city and some of its commissioners. The lawsuit accuses the defendants of discrimination in Gainer's controversial termination in July. As News 13's Grace Velez tells us, Gainer discussed the lawsuit this afternoon alongside her attorneys, family, and friends.
This lawsuit is about fairness, justice, and equality for the future of so many of you, your children, and your children's children.
Since Vickie Gainer was fired over alleged bid rigging in July, there have been accusations of discrimination and threats of legal action from her attorneys Cecile Scoon and Alvin Peters. On Monday, those threats became a reality in the form of a lawsuit filed in the 14th Judicial Circuit Court.
The 8-count lawsuit addresses pay and treatment differences between Gainer and previous city manager Michael White and other city officials.
Gainer's salary became a contentious topic in the months leading up to her firing, many residents claiming she was overpaid. But attorneys say Gainer's starting salary was $45,000 less than previous city manager Michael White, calling it an example of discrimination. One of the biggest complaints is what they call the lack of a formal process for Gainer. They point out White and former police chief Ricky Ramey both had the option of an independent third-party investigation, despite facing criminal allegations before commissioners decided their future with the city. They say this is another example of race and gender discrimination against Gainer.
What about the independent investigation? What about leaving her in her job? Let her do her work till you find out. What about suspended with pay for however long it took that independent investigation to be completed, as was demonstrated and generously provided to the white male leaders?
Attorneys claimed an independent investigation would have revealed an email from Chris Forehand to Gainer which contained crucial context. It reportedly was Forehand's deposition that started the allegations of bid rigging. In the email, Forehand shares his professional observations working with contractor James Finch, who supported Gainer's firing.
Things like doesn't listen to the city's requests, doesn't supervise subs properly, doesn't work on the correct site. Very specific failings in the opinion of the same Mr. Chris Forehand, who 4 years later is saying this was created by Ms. Gainer, who in fact relied on his professional opinion and direction. If they had done an independent investigation, they would have learned that 2 weeks after he gave that very convenient deposition, he was personally released from a lawsuit by the party taking the deposition.
City Commissioners Jamie Warwick and Judy Tinder are also being individually sued for the alleged mistreatment of Gainer and what her lawyers called an overall abuse of authority.
Tinder is accused of 1 count of hostile work environment based off race. Warwick faces 2 counts, hostile work environment based on gender and hostile work environment and adverse actions due to party affiliations. Attorneys are suing for compensatory damages and more, and are demanding a jury trial. Gainer thanked her husband and the community members who have stood behind her through what she said was a difficult time.
I asked Mrs. Gainer if there's any part of her that wants to return to the role of a city official once litigation is over. She quickly answered no, citing the pain this process has caused her, but she assured me that she'll continue to lead within the community as a private citizen. In Bay County, I'm Grace Velez, News 13, Panhandle Strong.
Commissioner Judy Tinder said she had not been served or made aware of the lawsuit, but would be open to talking once she reviewed it. She maintained she has always been vocal about concerns over Gainer's leadership. Commissioner Jamie Warwick has not responded to our request for comment.